part of my education was in Puerto Rico until I was 10 years old, which was in a Catholic school. And when I was 10 years old, I returned to Miami in 1983.
And what kind of schooling was that?
Then it was public school from there on, and it was a really different experience. I didn't get along with kids in the school. You know, there was a lot that went into it. Like if by 1986, okay, you still dressed like a b-boy, like the jocks, and like a lot of people were making fun of you, and you'd get into fights and stuff, you know.
And that was
so me and my friends, there was a lot of people that was our style. So it was. So we were like, why am I going to show up to school when, like, you got, I remember kids driving Ferraris to a public school because their parents were, like, possibly huge drug dealers. And this is the mentality you had to deal with, kids showing up to school with, like, mega amounts of gold chains. And you're, like, an artist, and you don't even care about wearing a gold chain. Yeah. You don't even own a gold chain. But then the guy next to you is telling you this, that, and the other, and testing you, and just trying to break you down as a human being, and you're like, you know, so I'd skip school, and go do art.
How was high school then?
So then high school was interesting because
public still?
It was still public school. When I got into into high school in the 10th grade, I had a great art teacher. And this is a program she came up on her own.
Right.
It wasn't part of the school curriculum.
Right.
She basically asked, you know, the principal that she wanted to make an after-school program for the advanced students, which was really cool because a lot of the advanced students wanted to stay after school and draw and paint.
Yeah.
During that year, during that school year, I got shot and I didn't go to school for months.
You got shot?
Okay, yeah. We used to go to a skating ring on the weekends, you know, and there was like a major concert that night. I remember it was the Tough Crew from Philadelphia. They were like an amazing rap crew. Everybody was there from all over Miami, from all the high schools, from everywhere. Everybody was there. And I'd go there because I was really into breakdancing. So at the skating ring, all the b-boys would be in the center breakdancing, you know. So I'd be there, you know. And nothing to do with me. A huge fight broke out on the other side, but it spread throughout the place, and someone had a gun, and I got shot, and so I couldn't walk for months, so I didn't go to school. And so my teacher during that time, while I was not at school, she entered that painting I was working on, unfinished. She entered it into a Scholastic Art Awards program. I had already received notice from the Scholastic Art Awards, and I had won. Another kid and I at the school won, and the other kid was also a writer.
Wow.
And so we were like, wow, this is crazy, you know. I'm in this since I was a really young kid. And I've put a lot of thought into the evolution of where I am as an artist. Yeah. Whereas like someone from the outside perspective, who possibly doesn't create art, doesn't think about it every day. So they think about it from the perspective of what they're getting, like, you know, little bits and pieces of from the media, here and there, from what they hear and stuff like that. So I think there's maybe when that's happening, that someone's pigeonholing me, they're coming from like a sort of maybe a confused place, you know, or a misinformed platform. Yeah.
Because you're right. When they come into the gallery, that's when they think about art, and when they leave, they think about dinner. Yeah, it's done.
Right, exactly. Yes. Well, like we're, you know, guys like are creating all day. We think about creativity like every second of the day. Yeah. We're just in it, you know.
Right. What do you think, like, when a kid's growing up, what's the importance of like the parenting, the support he gets at home?
100% important. My mom and dad both liked to draw, and they weren't like experts in like their contemporary art of the time or modern art, but they knew enough, you know. Yeah. But they actually liked to draw. My dad has studied filmmaking in Cuba. My mother studied architecture. They were really into it, and they were just supportive, you know. And that support was great because there's a lot of adults outside of that in our life as kids that didn't support it. Yeah. Like the teachers I told you about, who would say things like, "You have no future in art. No one's gonna buy your art. This is belongs in the street. This art is a crime." All you heard was negativity. So if your parents are negative on top of that, it's a big deal. I think it's a really big deal that your parents are supportive, you know.
So what do you say to those people that said you're wasting your time?
You know, maybe I want to know what they're doing now. I don't know what they're doing now, But thank you for telling me that, because they inspired me to work harder.
Yeah.
That's what I want to say.
Seriously.
Yeah.